Hey, I'm Jorge.
And I'm Jacob, and this is J&J's Lowdown.
Yeah.
Gaming news edition. So we got some pretty cool stuff coming to Game Pass.
This is going to be great.
Yeah. So it's more my scene this time than it is yours again, unfortunately.
You know, I mean, they're bringing back these old retro, I call them classic games is what they are. And they're just not games that I really ever got into that much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, your real gaming enthusiast era came kind of recently, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I was big in the 2000s, like early 2000s, and then the late 90s. But I mean, as far as some of these older games, I never got into the
RPG style games.
styles,
yeah.
Not back then.
Yeah. So, but this we're going to talk about little things coming out on Game Pass. Game Pass is announced. Well, Microsoft's announced. Final Fantasy games are coming. They're going to start coming during the holidays, and then they're going to be appearing over the course of 2020. So I'm really excited because they're actually bringing almost all the Final Fantasy games from number 7 all the way up to 15.
Which is intense.
It is. And I just skipped the screen I wanted. I apologize, guys. Let me... So I have a full list of the games. They're doing Final Fantasy VII, like I said, not the remake that comes out in March, as of right now. And it's not going to be on Xbox, like I said before. So, bummer. But Final Fantasy VII is coming, and then you've got Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, 9, 10 HD Remastered, 10-2 Remastered, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but
right.
I'll probably play it on stream anyway. Because the battle system was phenomenal. It was a really interesting system how they did it. It was just an all girls cast, and I wasn't as. It missed some of the good characters. I felt. Yeah, I mean, I love Titus, and you know he was the main character. Of course, Yuna was right there with him, but I understand why they did it, and it was a great story. But to me, it just wasn't as good as the original 10. And then you've got Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns.
Yeah.
So all 3 of those. And then Final Fantasy 15.
I feel like we just went through a whole astrology episode.
Because of the Zodiac Age?
And then the Lightning Returns.
Lightning Returns, yeah. Which was an interesting game compared to the standard Final Fantasies. But you'll notice conspicuously absent is Final Fantasy XI, their first MMO, which is still to this day my favorite MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I talk about it all the time. And Final Fantasy XIV, which will be coming to Game Pass, but it's not announced yet. Their chief has actually said, Microsoft's gaming chief has actually said they are planning to bring 14 to Game Pass, but they're currently working with Yoshida-san, which is the guy that develops it.
Yeah. With
the cross-platforming. So it'll be available to people who play on Xbox to play with PlayStation and PC. So that's really the cross-platforming.
I mean, yeah, that's going to be pretty awesome.
You know, they don't cross-platform enough games. Modern Warfare is really one of the first ones in a long time
they've done.
That is a huge game that's cross-platform.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun.
Well, and you know, just today we were watching and we were playing with people on PC, Xbox, you know.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm really impressed with how cross-platforming is finally starting to come back. Hopefully it continues to be a thing. Because, honestly, I know people who I'm friends with who don't have Xbox. They're either PC or PlayStation.
Right.
And, you know, I'd love to play games with it, but you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
So it needs to be pushed forward. But Final Fantasy on Game Pass, I am super duper excited. I cannot tell you enough. I remember when I was in middle school, 7th grade, I got Final Fantasy VII for Christmas. And I don't think I saw my parents again for...
Till next Christmas?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I played that game. I beat it so many different times, so many different ways. I got every item you could possibly do. I got to where I killed the end game boss, all the extra bosses in like one hit because I was using like Mind Materias and Quad Magics and W Summons and I'm just going like right over your head.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, that was my game. I wasn't a huge fan of 8. A lot of people who love 7 weren't fans of 8. But I want to play them all again, especially with them being remastered. So
I'm a sorcerer. Pew, pew.
So maybe you should play them. They come on Game Pass. You should try.
I probably will. I mean, I'll probably sit down, get into them, and play them, and be like, "Oh yeah, you know, this is great."
Yeah, you should, because they're why games are where they are now.
I agree.
I mean, those kind of games, those old school games, are why we have games like Fallout, and Skyrim, and all those in the Outer Worlds. I mean, any of those RPGs.
They were the basis foundation for it.
Yeah, they made the RPG genre mainstream again.
Yeah.
So, big shout outs to Microsoft for making this happen. I'm really impressed and really happy.
Oh, yeah.
So, we got some other new games coming. Game Pass is launched just now, in the last couple days. Age of Wonders Planetfall, which I've never played, but it's like a turn-based strategy game. I'm interested to see that, so I'll probably stream that. I've been streaming a lot of Modern Warfare recently. For that, I don't apologize, because it is a phenomenal game.
It's been great.
Yeah, I have missed Modern Warfare. I haven't played a Modern Warfare game since 2. I played Black Ops, and that was the last game in the series I could play.
Yeah,
because to me it just was not as fun. But
Black Ops didn't do it justice, and now that the Modern Warfare's come out and the graphics that they've done on it is just phenomenal.
Yeah, the graphics, the way the matchmaking works, all the guns and all the different. I mean, you can spend all day on one gun trying to figure out exactly how you want it to be. Yeah. Because if you change one little aspect of it, it wrecks your gameplay.
Yeah, it does. It completely changes it.
And we've been playing mostly hardcore, and we tried regular like normal team deathmatch, and got wrecked because we're used to like one shot kills.
Yeah, we're used to just them dying once you shoot them.
Yeah, and they weren't. Yeah. And so it was the different game modes, the special ops. We did those, and we got wrecked. That's what happens when you do a pickup group. I mean, we did good there for a minute, and that wave came in and just didn't stop. It was terrible.
Yeah.
So, but we're definitely going to be streaming that too here soon. I want to get me and you and maybe some of our friends to
that'd be fun.
And push through the special ops. So, Age of Wonders, Lego the Ninjago movie game.
That might be pretty cool. The Lego games have been pretty good.
I love all the Lego games. I mean, my kids have played almost all of them, and they love them. Rage 2. I played the first Rage, was kind of on the fence about it. I actually paid for it. It's one of those games I paid for and was kind of let down.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was let down. It just, for me, it wasn't the game I was hoping it would be. Mm-hmm. So, but Rage 2's there. I'm going to try and play it. I've heard it's a lot better. And then finally, there's a game that came out called Tracks, the train set game.
Wow.
Yes. Virtual simulation for train tracks, for train sets.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah, it is actually, because right now, if you're not an Ultimate member, you can become an Ultimate member, I think, for 3 months for $1.
Yeah, and you can build all the train tracks you want and put all your little designs and people out there.
And with that, you also get, what else do you get? You get 6 months of Spotify.
Yeah.
It works with Microsoft, so you can actually play Spotify while you're playing games, which is pretty
awesome.
Cool. And then, I'm trying to remember what the last part is.
I don't remember what else.
There's 3 months of something else you get.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to... I'll post it in the comments below. I just read it literally right before we started this video. I was like, I'll remember that. I'm not going to put it in our prompt. And I've done forgot.
Final Fantasy does it to him every time.
It's up here now because I'm sitting here like, okay, do I want to play 7 first? Do I want to do all the series straight through? I don't know, guys. So I'm probably just going to like do a random pick, or you guys can comment below. Tell me what game y'all want to see me play first, and I will play that game.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Now, I currently have 15, so if you wanted me to start with 15, I can start it right now before all the rest of them come out. But
make sure you comment Final Fantasy 11.
Don't do that to me. I don't have a PC, or I would. Cord.
That's great.
That's messed up.
That's great.
I played 14 too, but 11 is so much different than 14.
Yeah.
That it was 14 just made me wish I was playing 11. So maybe now after all these years, because I haven't played 11 since it came off of Xbox.
Yeah.
So maybe after all these years, I'll be able to play 14 without kind of tearing up. So I'll try that one too. But yeah, comment below. Tell me what you want me to play first. We'll play what comes out first, unless they drop a whole bunch at once, and then I'll follow your comments, and we'll go from there. And then let's see. So, but that's all the new games that are out for Game Pass. I mean, they've got a lot coming out next year.
It's coming, and they just aren't releasing them yet.
I looked at the list for what's coming next year. They got the Yakuza games. You ever play any of those?
Oh, Yakuza games were great.
Yeah, so they've got a bunch of those coming next year. Really excited. I mean, Game Pass is really kicking it up a notch, in my opinion. Microsoft's really doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Microsoft, XCloud, I say Xbox Cloud, XCloud gaming service, they're kind of charging ahead now. So we talked about the Stadia. We talked about how it's got 12 games at launch. It's going to have 44 total. After a couple of months, they're going to get all this launched. It's $130 for all this. XCloud's got you covered. Microsoft is dropping 50 games. I mean, 50 new, well, not new titles. There are 50 games that's going to be available on there. So it beats out the Stadia, and you don't need to pay $130 to get the service.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really beat that.
And I just picked a couple of games. I could have literally went through the whole list and talked about it because they're all fantastic games. I had to stop somewhere because there's only so much space on here. But Soul Calibur 6.
Oh, what a great game.
Love the Soul Calibur series. Tales of Vesperia, the Definitive Edition, which is a pretty good game. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. I started it once when it came to Game Pass. I think I actually still have it because it was an Xbox free game for gold members. Yeah. So I might actually stream that because I've been wanting to play it. And I was talking really fast again. Tekken 7 for all you Tekken fans. Great. Yes. Devil May Cry 5.
Oh, wow.
Which apparently is the good one. I haven't played it, but now I'm excited. Madden NFL 20.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm more of an NCAA fan.
Yeah, I like
the college football for the video games. I don't know why, but I do. And then you got Black Desert Online, which is an MMO. How will that do on this platform?
That's going to be interesting.
It is, because, I mean, you're not only streaming the game, but now you're streaming and connecting to other people.
Right.
So that's going to be a real test of how this service works. And I think if Microsoft can get that right,
if they get it right, it's going to be...
Yeah, they're
take off.
Yeah, I've always said from day one, Xbox was the way to go. This is back when it first debuted, beside of the PlayStation and all that. Xbox is the way to go. I just thought it was a fantastic system, and Microsoft's really kicking it up, and I really appreciate them for it. Sniper Elite 4 is going to be on there. Ark Survival Evolved, and like I said, there's plenty of other great titles. There's 50 of them, and I only listed 10. Yeah. So. And great stuff.
Definitely need to check it out. I mean, it's going to be well worth it.
Yeah. And, they actually did say, I looked into this for you because I know how upset you were. They are going to launch it on iPhones. That is their goal, their end game. The issue is because of the Apple Store, there are limitations that would not have helped them with the large mass release of xCloud. And so they're working with Apple to resolve that. But they do state that they are trying to get it onto the iPhone.
It's like I said, they would have to tap into the iPhone. They have to. There's just no doubt about it.
The Android operating system just works better for what they're trying to do with the preview, with the beta. Yeah. So for now, as long as they're doing the preview, of course you can't get it on iPhone, but when it gets to where it is good, when they get it perfected, we will see that on the iPhones. Really, I'm really excited about that, mostly for him. And if I ever decide to switch over to the iPhone, which is probably never going to happen.
Yeah, you'll come to the dark side one day.
I've been watching a lot of Star Wars movies recently. And then, so that's really it for the Game Pass. I'm really excited about what's upcoming. And speaking of upcoming, a game came out a while back. A lot of people may remember it. Some people may not. I mean, it slipped my memory until I saw this. Anthem. It was BioWare's real first foray into the shooter genre, kind of like the Destiny. They wanted a game that was like that. It's got some differences, but it's a loot game. It came out, and I had a bunch of my friends say, "Oh, this is a great game. It's a great game." They played it for a couple weeks. I don't think I've ever seen them on it since. It wasn't what it was supposed to be, and I can't blame BioWare. It was, it was their first time trying it, and it failed. But
bottomed out.
Yeah, and most people have assumed, rightfully so, that they've just given up on it. Yeah. But they haven't. What we're hearing is it's speculations, but apparently, though there's no names being dropped, there are 3 insiders on the project who have stated that they are actually working on Anthem, like 2.0 or next. I don't know. But it seems they're planning on a large-scale update to completely change and fix the game. They're going to work on the loot systems, the battle systems, multiplayer, all that. They're going to fix some of the stuff of the map. Now, in my opinion, if they do this right, they're good. Because look at Final Fantasy XIV.
BioWare's a great company.
Yeah, fantastic.
They've come out with a great amount of games.
And they have a great track record.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm really excited. If this is real, I'm excited I may actually get Anthem. So, but, I just couldn't with what I had heard.
Yeah.
So... But Final Fantasy 14 did the same thing. For a year, it was free. Absolutely free, because the game was so bad, they had to wait until they got enough feedback to make it better.
Yeah. So,
BioWare does that. It may be golden. I mean, it may be the biggest comeback since Final Fantasy 14. So, they don't know it, from what the insiders are saying, they don't know what it's going to look like. They don't know if it's going to be a huge update or a bunch of little updates or a new expansion, think like Taken King from Destiny 2. But it could be, it's good. From what everybody said, from what they are saying, the insiders, it's going to be, and I keep looking this way. The camera's here, and I look this. Well, I'm looking at the screen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't watch yourself. Watch the camera.
I don't know why I do that. It's weird.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
No.
You don't. Well, you got more. You got more experience with like staring into a camera than I do.
No, I just stare in the camera.
Oh, well, I'm gonna just start staring into the camera, but I can't. I'm ADHD, so I keep looking over. Squirrel. Yeah, squirrel. So, mere speculation at this point, but if they actually do it right, I'm real excited to see where this is going. Now it just feels weird.
Well, what if we put a neck brace on you?
Neck brace. Yeah, it just, we need to put like a picture or something like right above it of something funny, and then I'll just like stare.
Okay, I'll put your picture up there.
With friends like these. Anyway, I'm really excited about the future of Anthem. I'm excited about the future of gaming.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
XCloud, Xbox console streaming. I swear, I'm tongue-tied. I'm really excited for what's coming. And as it progresses, I'm excited to tell you all about it and keep this going.
Yeah.
This has been a great experience.
It has been. It's been fun.
It has. I've learned a lot more than I thought I would.
I know. The research is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. It's constant. But once again, thank y'all so much for joining us on the show today. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitch and Twitter. I'll do what I can. I need to review terms and conditions, make sure I can put links below for stuff. If not, I can tell you what I found out.
You can comment about them and put them in there.
Yeah. So definitely, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Give us a follow. But thank y'all so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Take care.